but we're gonna go under the thigh pry, or sometimes what I call the flipper right here. Some people teach to karate chop it like this because they say you get more pressure out of this than you do out of the flat hand. You get something out of the flat hand too though, you get a grip. So you can play with both, I don't care too much. Go like this, or grip, whatever. And then with this one, apply some force going out. So you're spreading this table and you're trying to bring his hand out. You're trying to knock it out that way. But I'm not going too low. Low would give me a lot of leverage, but the problem is if he lifts, like if I wanted to hit it for a second, I would do it low. But if you apply force, he'll just move his elbow. Yeah, that was kind of terrible. You can do better. No, just lift your arm up.
Oh.
Yeah, you got, this is all about path of least resistance. The guy's putting pressure right here, you just go, you just limp it and let it slip right out. Go ahead. That's better. Okay? Okay, now, so I stay in the armpit, closer to the armpit, so he can't do that. There's no way, like as high as he lifts his arm, straighten out your arm above your head. Yeah, you see, I'm still following his arm. Right here, I'm applying the force here, and I'm shifting weight, if you notice, towards this direction, and I'm gonna start traveling in a circle. I don't get ahead of myself. Like getting ahead of myself would be like this. See, my hands are still over here. I gotta bring everything together. So as I'm pushing forward, I'm bringing everything together and running down. Once his wrist goes to that, I'm gonna grab that wrist. If he wants to keep it away, that's fine. He's never getting up. The moment he wants to try to get up, he's gonna pull that arm in, you're gonna grab that wrist. Once you guys get this wrist, roll it, put some pressure on it. Now you're gonna see some different hips, and I might as well just discuss it because I just did it. Watch. You might see some right hip. You also might see some left hip, like this. This is more left. You see my left, I'm like dipping this way as I'm putting that force. And then the earlier one, I did it with my right hip. I kind of went this way, okay? Again, this guy wants to lay flat, he can lay flat. Ryan, when I fall, I don't want to fall. So I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna fall here because I want to stay up. That's the reaction. He probably just wants me to look good. But that's the problem with the martial arts. They grab your finger and then you go, ah! And that's just terrible for learning. Nobody does that, okay? So it doesn't mean you gotta be, then I gotta flip the other side. Don't be a dick partner. Come on, bro. You really gotta put the pressure on me because otherwise I'll never fall down. You don't have to be like that either. Just relax, have fun. Teach Me Grappling, what's up guys? Coach Brian here, and I'm here to tell you about SUPPORT. Guys, the best dummies in the world for training. You wanna get good at throws like Jesse, you need a SUPPORT speed dummy. You got to get one for yourself. Go to petersongrapplers.com and get your own speed dummy. So when I put pressure, I drop him right here. I go in for that wrist. Roll the wrist. Continue. Breaking him down. Keeping your weight on him. Step over like the mount. I can come into a claw right here. I can take this out. This one out. Start coming over for the neck if I wanted. You know? And then end up taking the back, rear naked choke. There's many ways you guys can go from there. But this is called a spiral ride, spiral breakdown. We just did this like 2 weeks ago. Wasn't even that long ago, we did this. So I'm here, applying that force, getting that wrist, walking around the front. Sometimes we're gonna get into pulling the wrist out behind the back. And as I pull the wrist out behind the back, this would be great for like just control, police officers, stuff like this. And we can arrest this dude, okay? We'll get into that too. Maybe a little bit of that at some point. Okay, right now we gotta get ready. Jess is gonna fight this weekend, so we gotta get him ready. So I'm really just wanna, the perspective of today and this week is we did takedowns last week. Now we're controlling the guy so the guy can't get up, okay? We all have to have submissions, but you can't get to a submission in a fight if you can't keep a guy down. If he's constantly getting up, you never get to that arm bar or that rear naked choke because every time you take the guy down, he's trying to get back up. So I want to that's kind of where my mind is, focusing on keeping that opponent down. Submissions will come if we keep him down. If we wear him out, submissions will come. Makhachev versus Oliveira, what happens? After the fight's been going for a while, all of a sudden the greatest black belt that is the best at submission gets submitted because even he can tire out, and part of it was getting hit. That helps too. You're rocking a guy and knocking him down helps in getting that submission, but it takes time to wear a guy out. Don't just go for it in the first 30 seconds. You got to weather a storm usually in a fight for a little bit, wear him out, okay? So spiral breakdown or spiral ride, both of those phrases are correct. Spiral ride, spiral breakdown, you know what that is now. Under the arms, moving the hands like this, and circling towards the head. Break them down, get the near wrist, roll it. Keep the pressure on. You could use the flipper to throw a hook in if you like, okay? Especially if a guy braces really hard and you're not strong enough to break him down, that's also a great time to throw your hook in, okay? If you just open him a little bit. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Try it. This is a repeat. I'm sick.